For news. Confirmation of the martyrdom of Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei in the attacks by America and Israel. In an announcement on state media, it was stated that the leader of the Islamic Revolution was targeted in his office on Monday morning. Iran has declared 7 days of holidays and 40 days of national mourning over the martyrdom of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Confirmation has also been given of the martyrdom of Iran's Defense Minister Amir Nasirzadeh, Senior Advisor Ali Shamkhani, Chief of Staff Abdul Rahim Mousavi, and IRGC Chief Mohammad Pakpour. In the American and Israeli attacks, the Supreme Leader's daughter, son-in-law, and granddaughter were also martyred. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei was the second person to become Iran's Supreme Leader after the 1979 Islamic Revolution. He had held the position since 1989. Iraq's Marja-e-Taqlid Ayatollah Ali Sistani expressed condolences over Ayatollah Khamenei's martyrdom and urged the Iranian people to maintain unity. Iran has launched new attacks against Israeli and American bases. According to Iranian state media, a major attack was carried out after the martyrdom of the Supreme Leader. 27 American bases in the region, Israel's military headquarters, and a defense industry complex in Tel Aviv were among Iranian targets. An American base in Erbil, Iraq was attacked. Explosions were heard in Dubai Marina and Sports City. More than 10 missiles were neutralized in Dubai's airspace. 2 people were injured by falling drone debris. 11 explosions were heard in Doha, the capital of Qatar. Israel carried out fresh attacks on Tehran. Multiple explosions were heard in Tehran, and smoke was seen rising from several locations. The Iranian army announced revenge for the martyrdom of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei. The IRGC announced the beginning of severe attacks on Israeli and American bases. Iran's National Security Advisor Ali Larijani said that the Saudis and Americans would be made to regret. The Iranian parliamentary speaker said Trump and Netanyahu had crossed a red line and would have to pay the price. The head of Iranian judiciary sent a message to America and Israel, saying the Iranian people will certainly avenge their leader. Iran's envoy Saidi Ravani told the Security Council that the attacks on Iran fall under war crimes. Civilians were killed in the American and Israeli attacks. More than 100 children were martyred in Minab. Under international law, Iran has the right to self-defense. Iran has announced severe attacks. It would be better if they do not do so. If Iran does, they will be targeted with a force never seen before, said US President Trump in another warning. Earlier, he said Iran's response was less than expected. He thought it would be double. Khamenei could not defeat our intelligence and tracking systems. Heavy bombing of Iran will continue until objectives are achieved. Trump said Khamenei's death is justice not only for the Iranian people but for the world. It is a big opportunity for Iranians to reclaim their country. In a phone interview with American TV, President Trump said it remains to be seen who issues orders in Iran after Ayatollah Khamenei. There are some good candidates. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu threatened further attacks on Iran, saying thousands of targets would be hit in coming days. He said conditions would be created to free the brave Iranian people from oppression. In a message to Iranians, he said, "The time has come to unite, overthrow the government, and secure your future. You must come out into the streets, in the millions, to complete the mission." Iran's Assembly of Experts, consisting of 88 members, will elect the successor of Ayatollah Khamenei. According to Arab media, Khamenei had proposed 4 names before his martyrdom. Temporarily, the president, head of judiciary, and a member of the Guardian Council will assume responsibilities. After his martyrdom, hundreds gathered at Revolution Square in Tehran. Crowds also came out in Isfahan and other cities chanting revenge. Black flags were raised at the shrine of Imam Reza. In Iraq, red lights were illuminated at holy shrines. Iranian media shared Ayatollah Khamenei's last message on social media. He said the Iranian people knows its Islamic lessons well and knows what to do. He quoted Imam Hussein saying, "A person like me will never pledge allegiance to someone like Yazid." Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif called a meeting over the regional security situation. Intelligence chiefs will attend. Security of Afghanistan and Iran will be reviewed. Pakistan's policy will be discussed and new guidelines prepared. The Prime Minister's Russia visit was cancelled. Protests erupted in Karachi near the American consulate over Khamenei's martyrdom. Protesters attempted to enter the consulate. Police shelling and firing left 9 dead and 24 injured. Roads were blocked. Clashes occurred in Lahore as well. Security forces stopped protesters from reaching the consulate. Protests were held across Pakistan. Sindh's government said protesters breached outer security walls of the U.S. consulate. 6 people died and many were injured. A high-level JIT was formed. Interior Minister Mohsen Naqvi appealed for peaceful protest and not to take the law into hands. Shia ulama consulators also urged peaceful protest. Emergency UN Security Council meeting was held. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres condemned American and Israeli aggression and urged negotiations. Russia called the attack a betrayal. China urged de-escalation. France condemned Iranian regional attacks. Pakistan condemned attacks on Iran and Gulf states and called for talks. Over 200 Israeli jets bombed 500 targets in Iran overnight. 200 civilians were killed, 747 injured. Iran confirmed the martyrdom of Defense Minister Amir Nasirzadeh. Iran attacked Israeli ministry buildings in Tel Aviv. Fires broke out. Israel reported 1 dead and 21 injured. Iran attacked U.S. bases in Qatar, UAE, Kuwait, Bahrain, Jordan, and Saudi Arabia. Qatar said 65 missiles and 12 drones were launched, some intercepted. 8 civilians injured. Strait of Hormuz was closed. Global oil supply concerns raised.
186 flights from Pakistan to the Middle East cancelled. Petrol price increased by 8 rupees per litre. Diesel by 5.16 rupees. New petrol price 266.7 rupees. Diesel 280 rupees.66 rupees. PTI chairman Barrister Cohort, Jamaat of Islamic leaders and others condemned attacks. Funeral prayers were held in absentia. Protests took place in Iraq, Kashmir, London, and Washington and other places. American Democratic leaders opposed Trump's actions. Former VP Kamala Harris said Trump is dragging America into unnecessary war. UK Prime Minister said Britain joined operations in the region but urged de-escalation. Germany and France were also in discussions. Pakistan launched Operation Ghazi-ul-Haq against Afghan Taliban positions. 352 Taliban fighters killed, 535 injured, 171 armored vehicles destroyed, 130 checkposts destroyed, 26 captured. Interior Minister briefed Prime Minister about UN meetings about work permits.